Oh, good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? Well, it was a long day yesterday. I don't know about y'all, but I was here all day long. Matter of fact, I was here a hell of a lot longer than I worked. So, anyway, I'm going to pull this mic over here. Let me get off the top shot so you ain't looking at my feet. And you can see the little snowball up here in the corner, but that'll be alright too. Let me pick it up. There we go. Just want to make sure that I am heard this morning. Okay. You can notice in the background, which is not too bad right now, but in a minute this sucker might be loud. Almost makes you want to get a job. Thank you, Alien 3D. I appreciate that. I do. Well, listen, I started early this morning because, you know, good morning, Mike. How are you? You know, and I know that a lot of you watched it, and I hope that the people that need to watch this watch it. And just so you know, the video of the little monster last night I unlisted off of my video list. Not because it was a complete and total failure on my part to get this thing running, and because we had parts failures and we had other things, but because by the end of it, I was being an ass, and I mean a complete ass. So I don't want that out there. Not because I mind people seeing me be an ass, because that doesn't bother me at all. That happens. I'm an ass sometimes. But because I was being an ass at somebody and it really wasn't deserved. Okay? So I am going to apologize publicly to Eddie Jack, because he sent me a good printer. He can't help that parts fail. And I was so frustrated by the end of the stream that I was pretty much blaming everything on Eddie. And Eddie didn't have shit to do with it. So, Eddie, I apologize, buddy. Right here in front of God and everybody. We are going to get the TiVo Little Monster running. I've been sitting here for an hour this morning already, reading up on how to make this better, even with what's on it. Not just going and throwing parts at it and upgrading and stuff like that. And that apology I just gave will be given a couple times. So if you get tired of hearing it, just bear with me, because I want it to be heard by as many people as possible that watched this video yesterday. Morning, Scott. How are you, buddy? Yeah, yesterday was a long friggin' day, you know. And when you start off with such enthusiasm and then you end up with such not enthusiasm, you know, it's kind of, yeah, no, I get that, Ron, and that's fine, but still, I was pointing my frustrations at the wrong person or the wrong thing. So that's on me. That's not on the printer. That's not on being tired. That's not on any of that. That's on me being an ass towards Eddie Jack, and he didn't deserve it. You know, he did me a solid by sending this printer, and I am not in no way blaming Eddie Jack for the failures of that printer. I did look this morning though, and I think what's his name? I can't remember his name. I just liked the video, so I could go back and look. Good morning, John Mack. How are you? Cool. Eddie Jack is on here. He did hear my apology. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, yeah, Mike, that's true. It was. I mean, you see this on my desk. This right here was 15 and a half hours of frustration. That's what that was. Good morning, Scalda. How are you? But I had to because I went back and watched that video, or watched the last part of it to see how it was going. And I was, as I said, I was directing everything at Eddie, because I was just tired and frustrated. I mean, that's the only excuse I have, but it's still no excuse. So don't be like me. Don't be an ass towards other folks. It's that simple. It's really that simple. So, Eddie Jack, once again, sorry, buddy. Thank you for the printer. Thanks for all the help yesterday trying to get it running. What am I printing on the MK3? I am printing a spool holder for the TiVo little monster that doesn't go on top. It goes on the side. That way, when I put it in the hole over here, I will be able to mount the filament, and it will fit. It will fit in the hole. The right height and all that stuff. It's perfect, actually. Pretty much perfect for that hole. And it'll be out of the way and that type of thing. So, it is a spool holder for the MK3. I figured we could at least have it printing. It's loud as crap, but deal with it. It just is what it is. All right, we've got a couple hours this morning. That's why I started early. Not only that, I was through looking at YouTube videos, but I did find one specific video that goes through and it ups the amperage on the motors. It basically makes this print like it should print. So, and I understand, and it makes it so that it prints more consistently. Eddie had told me that you could print. Oh, that's the startup script for everything. I got you. But Eddie had told me that this thing is so temperamental, you can print, and then the next time you print, it's just completely crap on the same G code. So, and we figured that out yesterday. I mean, I printed this cube, and it's crap. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is crap. But the nozzle was screwed up, and I don't think Eddie knew that the nozzle was screwed up. But I think, and the way I looked at it, because at the end of it, when I remember back, and I'm trying to think back yesterday, when I poked the Allen wrench through it, there was a sliver of metal across the front of the hole. So it looks like that we started off with almost a 0.4 nozzle, and we ended up with a 1.5 nozzle, even though it was just printing just regular PLA. So I don't know what type of defective nozzle it was or whatever, but that was the cause of I'm pretty sure 90% of our problems yesterday, because the original problem was under extrusion. Nothing would stick. So if that sliver of metal was across that hole, it would cause the filament to come out and look okay, but it would be not pointed down like it's supposed to be. So I believe that most of the issues we had yesterday, even though, you know, it did the little monster shake and all that other stuff, I believe that the majority of the issues with the printing and not getting layer adhesion was the nozzle. So I'm fixing that. I'm fixing the nozzle problem tomorrow. I overnighted a 5-pack of nozzles for it. So we will have brass nozzles tomorrow. So the profile's probably wrong in Simplify 3D. The settings, I did find where you can add amperage to the motors in the config, and that makes quite a few problems go away. So I'm going to do that. Good morning, Chris Lane. Thank you for being awake, and thank you for being here. So this is my, hey, I unlisted the video from last night. It's if you want to watch it, 15 hours of frustration, then you can email me and I'll send you a link to the video and you can go right to it. Yeah, and I watched that video, Eddie, and he talks about that, and read the stuff on it, and I think they're set at 1.5 in the config, and if you set them to 1.7, it's like a 15% increase. There's almost zero increase in temperature. And actually, other people were talking about replacing the motors because the motors that come with this are cheap. They're not really that good of motors. Okay, so you ran them at 1.7. Well, remember, we deleted all the files and redid it. So I'm not sure what they are in there now. But he ended up actually running his at 2 amps. So, you know, I can buy 3 motors and keep them on standby. Good morning, Ron. How are you? I got you. I got you. Okay, app people, that's fine. Yeah, 2 is common. Yeah, then that's probably what I'll do. Just to take that out of out of the equation when I start this. But I am going to get a list, because tomorrow, not tomorrow morning, probably Wednesday morning, I am going to go, I'm going to put the TiVo back on the table. We're going to do the operation. I got to figure out how to tighten this, the heater block and all up on this nozzle, because it's loose. So I've got to figure that out. Put the new nozzle in, upgrade the configuration, that type of stuff. Eddie's already said he's going to send me the TL smoother, so that's cool. I can make it where you can post a link. But Eddie, if it's one I need to keep, man, don't. I mean, you can post it in here, but send it to me as an email, because going back, these things play, and it's a pain in the butt to sit here and wait, you know. But that's okay. Oh, you got the that's the Nemas. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's. I mean, basically, you can do the same thing off of Amazon, get a 3-pack or whatever for $50, $60, whatever it is. Oh, you get 15% off. I got you. Cool. 1, 3, or 4-pack. But yeah, that. I just want to reiterate, I'm sorry to Eddie for being such an ass to him yesterday. That's why I dropped the video. Like I said, if you want to see it and you're watching this at a later date, you're more than welcome. Let me update my user count, because the stupid thing doesn't ever do it. You're more than welcome to, you know, ask me to see it, because we did go through a lot of crap on the TiVo Little Monsters. Okay, so if you're thinking about getting one or you have one, then, you know, I'm pretty sure that would have been a popular video for me, because people would have watched it to say, well, I'm not the only idiot out there. My TiVo doesn't work either. So, anyway, thank you, Eddie, for all your help. And I also need to thank Matt from How I Do It for being here damn near for 15 hours straight with me yesterday. I mean, that was gold. Anthony, AJ, he was on here as well. Ken, I mean, there was so many people. I don't know about that, Ron, but there were so many people on here that tried to help me yesterday. Chris Riley, I mean, it was just one after the other. So, no, I'm not. I'm not going to beep out my assiness, because it wasn't just, you know, fussing and cussing. It was everything I said. It didn't really matter if I was cussing or not, was directed in the wrong place, Ron. That's the thing. That is the thing. It was directed in the wrong place. So, no, I'm not gonna beep it out. I will leave it unlisted, because really and truthfully, the first, I'd say 5 or 6 hours, I may bring it down and cut it off, and then, you know, republish it as a video, you know, that I publish out. Make a music video, but I may do that. I may download it and cut the end of it, and then at the end of that cut, say, look, from here on out, I was an ass. I cut the rest of it out. If you want to go see it, then you can see it here, and I may do it that way. That may be the easiest way, because I'm going to leave that video unlisted. And not only that, nobody's going to sit and watch 15 friggin' hours of it anyway. If they do, they're sad. I sit here for 15 hours and I think I was sad. So, but it's morning coffee time, and how are y'all doing? We are done with this. That's for sure. I don't think we're gonna do that again. I know you did, Matthew. I get it. But would you go back and watch it? That's the thing. It's okay when you're watching it live. Somebody said it yesterday. It's kind of like reality TV. You know, everybody likes watching reality TV, and I know those are mostly recorded. But if you could watch it live like you did yesterday, then it's great, because you know it's unscripted. There's no cuts. There's no nothing. You know. So yeah. Do the opposite and get all the part you want to cut of rent. That's it, Chris Lane. That's exactly right. If you start watching a baseball game, you know the score too. It's kind of like that. Why would you sit there and watch it? You know. Dang, Ron. Hey, Martin, how are you, buddy? But right now we've got the and just so you know, I'm serious. I mean, I'm printing a spool holder for this TiVo Little Monster. This thing has got to work. Hold on, Chief. What did I think of the build quality of the TLM? This is what I ended up with. This is what I got. So, yeah, no. But I ended up being an ass, so yeah. It didn't work. No, 3D Martin, I did not. I got this. This is what we ended on last night, and we found out why. The nozzle was a piece of crap, and it broke. I guess sometime during the day yesterday, something broke loose. By the end of the night, we went from a 0.4 nozzle printing regular PLA, which I think it was messed up when it got here. But we went from a 0.4 nozzle printing regular PLA to a 1.5 nozzle at the end of the night that we were trying to print as a 0.4. So yeah, I mean, no, no. We're definitely going to redo that and do a new video on that, because basically I could take the putting it together and then do a little piece in the middle and say, okay, after cooling off and not streaming for 15 hours, and then do the actual setup and film the actual setup on a morning coffee. I could put 2 morning coffees together and make one good, this is how it ended up, Sean, one good video. Well, Eddie, and I looked into the Duet Wi-Fi, but in order to do that and the panel do, it's $300. It's $289. How's the Discord coming along? That would be a question for Scalda. He hasn't gotten back with me on it that I know of, so it's about the same as it was before. So that's how that is, Slug. Supposedly, Eddie, I understand. You're not supposed to. You can get on it and do it from your computer. But yeah, let me know, because it's got the Duet Wi-Fi on it, I believe. So, I mean, if that works, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to have a Duet Wi-Fi, but $300 is $300. I mean, I can replace this with another MKS. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, actually, no, Scald, I don't. Not today. When I get off of here, yeah, I mean, maybe in the morning for morning coffee, maybe so. Yeah. Yeah, I know you can. I know you can, Chris. But yeah, Scalda, not today. I've got to go to the post today. I've got a bunch of things to mail. We can if it's a really short chat, okay? So yeah, we can. MKS Gen L and 2130s. What's up, Matt? How are you, buddy? Yeah, right after this, Scalda, let's do that. Let's do this right after this, because this will be over about 10. If I can be done by 10:15, I can get to the post office, mail everything, come home, get the dog, and go back. So, I can do that. No, Sean, I showed you this. No, this is how it was printing after 15 hours. I don't. So, yeah, Matt, how are you, buddy? I did thank you. No, the TiVo is over here. Here, let me set this camera up and I'll show you, because go to the top shot. It's over there. I just moved it to another resting place and got it out of my way. So yeah, it's there. You're tired? No. Come on. What are you tired from? Sitting there watching my dumb ass yesterday? Walter's short chat.
2 hours later.
I really got to get that on a soundbite button on here or something. I really do. I got to quit saying it. I'll just get the cartoon version of it and let it go. So, woohoo! Eddie Moser, open your eyes, drink some coffee. Tell you what you do, man. You get you a big cup of coffee and pour you a couple of monsters into the coffee, and you'll be set. You'll be set. You'll be flying high. I'll tell you. Oh, I hear you, Eddie. I'll tell you another thing you can do. Take your coffee, pour your monsters in it, then pour you a couple of 5-hour energies in there, and just go, man. Just go. I know that, Mike. We all tired. I'm not tired, actually. I slept pretty good. I went to bed last night and started watching. What did I start watching? Started watching Rampage. That's what I was watching. Rampage. Yeah, I think I made it like 2 minutes. 2 minutes into it. So I haven't seen any of Rampage yesterday. Shoot, no, man. That's Red Bull and Jägermeister, right? What do they call those? They call them something. I don't like either Jägermeister nor Red Bull, so putting the two together is not going to make them good. Now, after about the third one, I think they're pretty good, right? Coffee enhancements of a programmer. I reckon. Jaeger bombs, that's what it is. Buh. Buh. That's right. Slug got it right. Ugh. So I guess it's my fault for having expectations for this right here. Quality on that. I think that was my issue. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to run through the configuration and have that output on that machine. And I think that the expectation was way too high for what that is. Now, can it do it? Yeah, I believe it can. I believe it can be made to do it. Is it going to cost more money than what I want? Probably. You're here for your apology? I'm sorry you're a butthead. Well, god dang it, Mike. That's my fault. I introduced a virus across the interweb from the TiVo little monster to his MK2S. I said it wrong? How did I say it wrong, Eddie? Oh, yeah, that's right. But you got to say that right, too. He's a Canardian, not a Canadian. What the heck is a Canadian? I ain't even never heard of one of those. He's a Canardian from Canada. You did in 15 hours. Well, Derek Matthews, the apology was for where I was venting my frustrations yesterday. Because I was pointing them at a person and not the machine that I had in front of me. And I shouldn't have done that. Really. Candids. That's what the apology was for. And if you want to watch it, you can go back and do so. It was closer to the front. Not quite at the front. I waited until people got in here. And I believe Eddie, who was the person I was pointing everything at, actually did. So. Canardians are duck people. But that's what the apology was for, Derek Matthews. Because on my stream last night, I would say after about 12 hours, I was just being an ass. So, you know. Yeah, and you know what, John Mack, I actually looked for examples of the Magic Spring being done on the MK2S and the Mark III. There's not a lot of them. So, I'm going to revisit that once I get my software working. So, I'm going to revisit it with my stuff versus the Java stuff, which there's nothing wrong with Mr. Clauser's stuff. It's not that. He sent me some new code. I need to get that in there. Get a little abuse. You're welcome for that abuse, James. Anytime. Come back in. I promise you I can dish it out. I promise you. You too, sir. You're one of the finest Canardians I know. I will, Mike. Mike, what did you print it on? That's the question. What printer did you print that on? Okay, so top 3 Canardian. Yeah, just 2, I think. Maybe I might know 3. So if I know 3, you'd be 4th. No. Love you, James. Man, have a great day. Really. That's just satisfying. It really is. Watching a printer print after yesterday is just friggin' satisfying. Because that hurt my soul. Matter of fact, I'm tired of looking at it, so we're going to get this off. I'm going to keep it square because that was my first print, and it did complete. So we're getting rid of this crap. We're not going to look at it right now. All right. Now that's better. Alright, so what's next? Well, the next thing is get this printed, and this afternoon at 4 o'clock Eastern, and there's nothing I can do about that, guys. I understand that a lot of you may not be able to watch at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. I always want to say specific, but Pacific. We will be talking with Joel Telling. I mean, unless for some reason he gets called away and has to cancel. Because at 4 o'clock, I will be here in my chair with bells on. That's what I will be. So, there we go. That's what we're doing this afternoon. We will be interviewing Mr. Joel Telling today. Okay. So, and I also figured out how to, or I didn't figure it out. John told me from You Do It. There's a virtual camera. Cool, Martin. Cool. Prepare for a lot of, well, it's on my channel, Chris. So, I mean, other than if they're searching for Joel Telling, the 3D printing nerd, if they're searching for his name, then I really shouldn't get a jump of a lot of new subscribers after that. If we were hosting it on Joel's channel, that would be different. But we're not. We're hosting it here because I want this to be my weekly series, not somebody else's. So, yeah, I think the, yeah, see, so it's not, and that's what people don't realize. It's not a grab for, yes, I did 3DP Iceland. I sure did. If you go back and watch last Friday's Hangout, I actually had the green screen up working. So, but back to what Chris said. That's why I don't want you to think. I don't want anybody to think that this is out for. No, it's not only for Streamlabs. Oh well, it may be. I don't know. Yeah, it may be John Mack. I don't use that. And it might slug, you know, and that would help out. But I'm not trying to do a viewer grab. I actually lost 5 viewers yesterday. 5 subscribers yesterday, and it was probably because I was being such an ass yesterday. So, you know, It's just, if you search for OBS virtual camera, that's what did it. And basically you install the thing, restart OBS, then you close down your browsers and open it. Well, and that may be so, Slug, I get it, but what I'm saying is I don't want people to think that that's what I'm trying it for. That's not the purpose of the interviews, because it's not just going to be Joel. I mean, it's not just going to be big names that are you know, interviewed on my channel. I'm going to try to interview several people and lots of people on this channel, because I want to get to know the maker community. I want to know what makes the backbone of this community run, because it's not just 3D printing. Matthew, who's on here, he makes all kind of crap. If you go watch his videos, they're about all kind of stuff. All kind of stuff. It's fantastic stuff. So go watch his videos. You know, Martin, he makes different things, but his landscapes are fantastic, dude. I mean, they really are. You know, they're awesome stuff. You know, I got on YouTube because I printed a printer. I mean, that's why I'm here. That's why you're here watching me. I would almost guarantee that most of y'all found out about me through Murph and or Joel's video. It's that simple. So, Slug's head spin. Slug, I can't remember your stinking name. Well, they're not about making videos. No, I get it. I get it, Matt. But I just, yeah, Martin, I mean, your stuff is great. Good morning, David. How are you? Where are you flying to today, buddy? But back to the interviews. I don't want people to think that that's what I'm trying to do, because it's not. Am I getting some big names? Yeah, because a lot of y'all want to talk to them. A lot of you would like to ask them questions. I'm sure you would. So if you're on here now and you're going to be on here at 4 o'clock this afternoon, get up a couple of questions for Joel. Will I get to all of them? No. Because I'm hoping that I get a good hour with Joel this afternoon. That's what I'm hoping. You know. He's busy. I mean, he made YouTube his full-time job. It takes a lot. It really does. If you didn't watch his video from I guess it was the other day. I just watched it last night. After I got off of here, I went and watched Joel's video about the Philistruder. Okay? Well, no, and I get that, Chris Lane. I get that. It's not even that. You can back up and scroll down at your own leisure. No, I did not, Sonic Alchemy. I come up with a whole bunch of spaghetti. Whatever. Whatever, Matt. It's not that, man. Like I said, I want to know what makes the community work. Jennifer on the Friday night hangout, I would love that. I would love to have her on here. The girls from the club at University of Florida, I would love to have one of those girls on here, or a group of them if they're in the same room. I would love that. That would be awesome for me. I want to cover the gamut of the maker community. 3D printing, I would like it to be involved. You know, don't get me wrong. I don't want to get like just RC cars or whatever. But if you're doing something with 3D printing, I don't care if it's a small part of it. I would love to interview you. You know, if you're modeling for 3D printing, if you're, you know, designing Arduino projects or something like that. I have contacted Ivan. Ivan said that sounds like a great idea. Now, yeah, and I will do that, Matt. Right now, I've got some names that, you know, I'm trying to get lined up for times and dates. That's the problem. It's not getting people to say, yes, I'll do it. It's getting people to say, I'll do it at this time. You know, because here, the problem with a lot of these people. Sure you will, Slug. Sure you will. But a lot of these people, Yeah, right. Right, Chris Lane, that's right. But a lot of these people live on the West Coast. Okay? The 3-hour time gap is what kills a lot of people. Because if I have it late at night, take a good nap, Eddie Moser. We'll talk to you again, buddy. I promise I will. But, yeah, a lot of the people on here, East Coast, Europe, that 3 hours means the difference between watching or not watching. So, well, that's cool, man. That is awesome. Because the project is fantastic. You know? And I brought it up Saturday in my morning coffee. I brought it up. The actual topic of women in 3D printing and making in general. Morning, Ricky. How are you, buddy? Just in general. Just in making in general. The women in that field. So we had a little discussion about that on Saturday while I was sitting in my car waiting on a parade to start. You know, and back to the interviews, and I hear you, Ricky. I'm lucky. I'm only allergic to one thing, and it doesn't really make my head stop up or anything like that. It makes me break out in hives, and that really sucks. But back to the interviews and the grabbing of viewers. The problem with yes, Martin, that's it. And the problem with doing something for a sub grab is that when you grab those subs that way, that's what they come to watch you for. And if that's not all you do, then you lose those subs. It's just like doing a giveaway. Y'all know I'm giving stuff away when I hit 500 subscribers. I'm giving away a Star Trek ship. And I'm going to do that for every 500 subscribers that I get. I'm not advertising that. You see it on my video. It's just the way it is. That's what's happening. So we are 40 minutes into this video. So if somebody watching this video gets to this point, it means they want to watch it. So you're welcome to join the giveaway. I'm not going to advertise it everywhere else. So that's so pretty. It's so pretty. After yesterday, that's so pretty. It really is. I have no idea. It soothes the soul from yesterday. Did you win? I ain't made it yet. I ain't made it to 500 yet. I don't think. No, I ain't made it. I ain't even close. I lost 5 subscribers yesterday. And I mean that. I lost 5. Not 1, not 2. 5 subscribers yesterday. I was at 374 yesterday morning. I'm at 369 this morning. So, yesterday during the day, 5 people decided they didn't want to watch any of my videos anymore. Or at least get notifications for them anymore. Or whatever it is that you unsubscribe for. I don't think I've ever... I don't think I have ever unsubscribed to anybody. Ever. No, I hadn't. Morning, Riller. How are you, buddy? Scott, Hack Monkey, Slug, shut up. Hack Monkey, every 500 subscribers, I have my own personal collection of Star Trek ships. Okay? Here's one of them. Right here. This is the Borg Sphere. But they are from Eagle Moss. They are the collectors, you know. And they come with a, yes, you. They come with a book that goes with them. Each one. So, yeah. There you go. Yeah, Ron, here's the thing. The problem, and it's not a problem. I mean, I think if I did more pointed videos, kind of like what you or Chris Riley or a lot of other people do, if I did informational videos and cut them together and did a good job cutting them, I think my subscribers would grow faster too. I love the live format. Did I love 15 hours of it yesterday? Abso-friggin-lutely. Absolutely. Do I enjoy the content that was put out? No, that's why I unlisted it. If you want to see it, I may put a link in this video. If you want to go watch it, then go watch it. If you don't, don't. But I became a butt. Good morning, Fernando. But I try to be as accommodating as possible. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that, Ron. I get that. The problem is, you know, when I get a job or whatever, it's going to be difficult to do morning coffee every day and to make everybody happy because I said but. Anyway, it's just going to be difficult to make people happy with the morning coffee. Yeah, Tanner, you can go back. I'll put the link in the description. You can go back and watch it. I got kind of assy, especially toward the end. I'd say after about 11 hours, I was memory fan. What? I don't know what he's talking about. I don't think Slug knows what he's talking about. Slug, you awake yet? You awake in Kentucky? Ricky, I may be able to help you with the RAM. Depends on what goes in it, because I've got 6 or 7 servers out there with 96 gigs each in them. Hadn't been to bed yet. Oh, I hear you, Slug. I hear you, buddy. I did. I went to bed last night. Like I said, I turned on a movie and I fell asleep. Midnight booze. That was you. That was the 2 Rons in here who were having midnight booze last night. Both of them talking about having liquor in their car. It's hot in here already. Thermostat, where are you? There you are. Oh. Yeah, it sucks, dude. I can't help you with that. 74 degrees with 51% humidity. Let's turn the AC on so we can cool it off in here. What am I printing? I am printing a spool holder for the TiVo Little Monster. Well, go to 64-bit Windows. That seems like a fairly simple, straightforward fix. No, just kidding. I understand that takes money as well. But this video was mainly a recap yesterday. We started off putting the TiVo Little Monster together, and it went together relatively easily. Okay, it's not a complicated machine. Now, had I got it from the kit, it is a little more involved to put it together, but it's still not that complicated of a machine. Just not. Yeah. I believe that, no, Fernando, no, I did not. No. The nozzle gave up the ghost, as it were. Yes. Yes, it was, Scott. It was a used TiVo. Alright, Matt, you have a great day today, sir. Don't get too hot. I know how it gets, buddy, in some of them attics and stuff. Well, it's not. If you look at the machine, the build of it is not that complicated. So that's the take care, Ron. Have a great day, buddy. That's what I was talking about. It's not that it's not a complicated machine. The machine itself is complicated, but the putting it together is fairly simple. The putting together of the machine. I mean, even from scratch, I could see where, you know, the kit doesn't Yeah, there you go. There you go, Slug. I mean, it's not that it's not mechanically complex. It's that it's not difficult to put together. That's the way it should be said. It should go together relatively simply, and it did. You know, even though it was secondhand and a lot of the electronics were already bolted down, or all the electronics and stuff were bolted down, it still doesn't look where it would be that difficult to put it together to begin with. Yeah, no, Fernando. Yeah, it was 15 hours of pure living hell, and I would do it again because that's the way you learn, you know. And like I said, I unlisted the video because I was being an ass. I will put a link to the video, maybe as an end screen or just as a link in the bottom. I don't know, you know. I can't put middle screen, so I can't go, there'll be a link here. I can't do that. So, you know, it is what it is. I enjoyed the time yesterday. I learned a lot, okay? Whenever I go to set this up again, I won't have near the questions I had yesterday. Because Matt, Eddie, AJ, I mean, everybody helped so much yesterday, and I absorbed so much information. And there was a lot of information in that video that I would love for people to be able to see. So that's why there's going to be a link. I unlisted it because I don't like showing to anybody. So, but I did, and I apologize to Eddie for that because I was pointing it at one person. Yeah, I get you, Mike, and that's why that video, I don't want to take it off the air. So that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, because a lot of people could learn a lot from the actual struggles that we went through yesterday, and then to end up with the nozzle being the main culprit. Okay, yeah, I could do that, Fernando. I could download that, upload it as a new movie, edit it together. And I may do that. I might do that because there's a lot of good footage in there. There's a lot of information in that video. Okay? And you see it from a complete and utter idiot's point of view when it comes from me. Because I didn't have any idea what I was doing with this machine at all yesterday when I cut the box open. And y'all saw me cut the box open right here in this room yesterday, and then we sit there for 15 hours trying to get it to print. Come to find out, the nozzle was bored out from 0.4 to 1.5, and I think just over the course of the day, things were getting worse and worse and worse, and we didn't know why. You know, we had one print that came off. One. Okay? After this print finished, it never printed decently at all again. Not even. We thought we were getting a good frog print, but when I pulled it up, you could flick it like a pair of cards. It looked good sitting on the bed, but it wasn't. Wasn't at all. So that and then if I can get it working, when I get the new nozzles in, I found a video and I want to go through step by step what he did. Okay? Because it's basically, good morning, Chris Riley. How are you, buddy? It's basically, you have to follow these steps to get this machine working. You have to. Okay? Well, yeah, and I hope it does too, Ricky. I really do. I hope it does too. So, there will be a link to the full-length video in the description. But right now, it's just unlisted. It's not private, so you will be able to go to it and watch it. It just won't show up. Well, I don't know, Chris Lane. It wasn't new. It wasn't new. You tried to Google what for me? Mr. Norab? Oh, wait. Was I supposed to do the Fun King thing? Hey, everybody. It's Chris Riley. Oh, yeah. No. I get it. I get it, Mr. Norab. The problem is there's like 15 or 20 different ways that people say get it working. So, I think I found one that I want to try to follow. And the list on Thingiverse, the The one that they sent out, the link on Thingiverse that just details everything. And I think it was Anthony AJ that sent it out. May have been somebody else, dude. I mean, they blurred together so much yesterday. But the thing that there's just step by step how to do it. Okay, I was looking at getting a duet Wi-Fi and putting on it. That's $300. I don't really want to sink into this machine. Eddie said he's going to send me the TL smoothers as soon as he can get them to a FedEx place, which I believe he will send me the TL smoothers. I will plug those in. That should, hopefully, crossing my fingers, reduce the salmon skinning, along with amperage updates to the motors and some other things. It's just going to be different, I think. But I did want to tell Chris Riley, I watched his video last night too after I went to bed. I put on the Chris Riley video about the little eating Android, or eating the nanobot thing that you built. That's pretty cool, man. Everybody go check out the video. That's a pretty cool little robot. Another well-made video by Chris Riley. Another well-made video. Now, if he had a Predator suit so he could be invisible and do it, that would be cool. Wrap yourself in green screen material and then just shoot a blank plate. Then do it with your with your hands and stuff. I think that would be awesome. Things just floating around. Those must take a while to edit though, because you can see where the parts turn and stuff on there. So I think he just come in and dropped his name and walked away. I don't even think he wanted to stay here this morning. He was here in and out all day yesterday. I think his wife might have got mad at him. Nah. I don't know. PC2 5300 FB dims. I'll have to look. I believe mine's PC2 5200. Not sure. Not sure. I'd have to go look. Let me go out here. Let me see. Hold on. I reset my damn Facebook, so I have to log into everything all over again. Not worried about that. I need to search my orders. I don't know if I can even search them. There it is. Trying to find the motherboard so I can tell you exactly what it was that I got. It is PC2 5300 ECC. I've got 4 gig sticks is what I have. They are 4 gig sticks. It is PC2 5300, Ricky. So, all right, John Mack, you have a great day, my friend. Come back and see us, buddy. But yeah, it is PC2 5300. So I have a bunch of that at 4 gig sticks. I hear you. $47.95 for a 3-pack of NEMA 17 motors. Not bad. Yeah, but you go out and check the price of that stuff, it's expensive. And the thing is, I mean, for what you're going to be doing, 16 it'll do you just fine, I believe. So 4 sticks of it, I believe, would top you out. And you said you got 8 now, right? And you've only got, what, 2 slots or 4 slots? All right, you're back to your keyboard. You missed all the crap people were talking about you, and man, we just didn't like none of your stuff. No, I said I liked your bot video I watched last night, the Hungry Bot or whatever you called it. I can't remember what you called it. I was half asleep when I watched it, but it was a good video. I watched that, and I watched Joel's Philistruder video. Yeah, I won't be buying a Philistruder. You're using 2 slots right now, so you have 2 4-gig sticks yourself. So if I sent you 2, and you got the 8 slots working, you'd have 16 gigs of RAM, which should be a decent amount. So, oh damn. Oh. But yeah, it was a good video. I know, right? I wanted it to just rack out some filament. But it didn't. And it doesn't look like it's going to anytime soon. Now, I'm not going to down the Philistruder because I don't have it. No, it doesn't have to match the same brand, Ricky. It just has to match the same speed and size. And I can pretty much guarantee you that's the motherboard, any motherboard that you have. Yeah, I understand servers have to be the same size, but it doesn't have to be the same RAM. The same manufacturer. So... yeah, same, well, and that may be true, but if you can match the speed and you can match the size, and you have to match the size, so. It was the Fairfield, not the Philistruder? Okay, my bad. Well, match pairs are better on your CPUs. That's true, Ricky. But I also, in a couple of my servers, because each one of them have 4 processors in them, and if you'll send me what processors yours supports, I've actually got 4 or 6 processors that I've upgraded that are good processors. Nothing wrong with them. But I upgraded the megahertz or whatever, and I have matching pairs. I do actually have some matching pairs that I'm not using. So... if your board supports them, then that would be good. If not, then, you know. Yeah, right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Slug. That's a way for them to sell you 2 together at one time. So, nope, that is correct. Tell you what, it's gonna be a long day today. And don't forget, I know that there are less of you in here now, or maybe more. I don't know. 4 o'clock Eastern today. No, there's more actually than what's showing on my screen. 4 o'clock Eastern today, we'll be interviewing Joel Telly. That'd probably work. Tanner, let me look. Let me look, buddy. I will look around. Because I'm pretty sure... I'm going to go put these on the charger real quick. I'll be right back, guys. let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here, Ricky Tanner. I went and pulled them out. I've got there's 4 of them in this box. I think I got another box of these somewhere. So I've got 4 processors right here because each one of my servers takes 4. So they come in sets of 4. Let's see what they are. Can't remember, man. It's been too long. I've slept since then. Well, crap. I think these are 74s though, Ricky. Let me get my magnifying glass out so I can see. I can find my magnifying glass. Oh, it's on the floor. It's on the floor. I ain't mistaken, these are 74s though. So I don't have anything in the 54 series. Let me make sure. Tighten up. Come on, man. Really? Tighten down. Why are you doing such? Let me see here. These are E7430s. I got a set of 4 E7430s. Xenons. Xeons. And I will go put these back where they were at so I can find them later. If not, I won't be able to find them. Okay. So I have a set of 7430s. Yeah, check and see, but I can definitely hook you up with a couple sticks of RAM, man. That will definitely bring you up to at least 16 gigs, and you'll be like, what? So yeah, I will have those. I think this thing's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be awesome. So, well, we lost a couple people. Did I miss somebody saying bye, or they just didn't say bye and left? So, I guess they just left. Yeah, Chris Riley, did you have you seen Joel's video on the what did you say? What did you say it was called? Fellfield? Because he tried, man. I was so disappointed. I was so bummed because Joel tried so hard to put a positive on that. No, Chris Riley, it was not the wrong size. It was a 0.4 nozzle. But I believe that either during shipping or, you know, taking it out or something, the nozzle had chipped at the front. So there was a piece of metal in it, and that was causing the filament to spread different wrong at the first. That's why it wouldn't print at first. Well, then over the night, that piece of metal popped out. So at the end of the night, I could take the 1.5 Allen wrench and just slide it in and out easily. So yeah, it's the hole in that nozzle was ridiculous. Haha, good job, Rob. Glad you made it. Yeah, I watched I watched somebody's video where they did that. They put it in the oven and melted it into a nice cool thing. What's up, James Bird? I don't guess I hit it rich on the Churchill Downs. I never did look again. But I'm assuming I didn't hit it big. Number 11 didn't come through for me. Yeah, I'm not buying hard nozzle at all. I'm just gonna buy brass ones. The 7-horse one. We should have picked lucky number 7, right? That was the number 2 number. Damn it. But anyway, yeah, Chris. I ordered a 5-pack last night of the brass nozzles. Hello. No, she doesn't need it refilled right now. We're not giving my wife any medicine. She might get better instead of dying. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. No, but I'm pretty sure she'll say she didn't need any refills. No, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one, Scott. It was some kid that was doing it, and it wasn't RC Life On. I've watched his videos, but hey, Reller, because this one I think it was a stainless steel nozzle, which is harder, of course, than brass, but it's also brittle. So you have to be careful when screwing around with them or bumping them or anything like that, because instead of just bending, they will break, they will chip, they will, they're brittle, so they will shatter more easily than the brass. But I believe that's why I couldn't get anything to stick together from the beginning. I believe that's the issue. And the reason I unlisted the video, Chris, was because I started blaming it all on Eddie at the end, because I was just tired and I was looking for somewhere to point the finger, and I don't want to be that way. I apologized to Eddie this morning on Twitter. I apologized to him verbally on this video. So it just is what it is. I watched about half of it, James. It was pretty good up to that point. I was kind of upset with some of it, but but that's what happened with the nozzle yesterday, and I think that was all of the frustration. Don't get me wrong, some of the Harlem Shake and stuff that was going on with the printer, that's just the printer, and I believe that can be done with better amperage and stuff like that. And I watched a video on that this morning before morning coffee, believe it or not. I was up about 6:45 this morning actually doing some research on the TiVo Little Monster, because I was all set to buy a Duet Wi-Fi and put that on it and do it that way. But, after I looked at that and it's $300, I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, it may have been Scott. I'm not sure. I really don't remember who it was, but it could be Make Anything, which would be awesome. But it was a younger kid, and he was putting it in his oven and messing up pans and all this stuff. But it still turned out some pretty cool swirlies and some cool stuff that you could cut down and make some nice stuff out of it. All right, app people. Have a great day, brother. Have a great day today. I'm only going to be on here until only going to be on here until 10 o'clock. And then I've got to talk to Scalda. And then I've got to go mail a bunch of friggin' packages, because I have a ton of packages. And my daughter forgot her saxophone at home this morning, so I got to drop by the school and drop it off. So, drop the saxophone off, mail packages, come home, grab dog, go back to the thing. So, let me show this. Yeah, I will link to there. There you go. So yeah, he did that with his leftover filament, which was cool. But I believe there's some ways you can make the pan more non-stick and still turn it out. No, I didn't, James Bird. What did he say? What is it about? Do you know anything about it? I mean, he's going to come out with a 32-bit printer now. I mean, everybody just paid $1,000 for MK3s, I mean, really and truthfully, that would tick me off. It really would. It would piss me off. Yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy the innovation, and I understand that it moves in progression. But you know, if you're only going to have 6 months per release, people are going to be leery of buying your printers, and they're fantastic printers. I mean, it's printing over here, printing perfectly. But then everybody starts second guessing and going, "Hey, should I just wait? Should I just wait till the next thing?" Because if you're going to put them out every 6 months, that's what people are going to do. That's the thing. I mean, that's there you go, Riller. Still not running. That's great because I bought one already. Chris Riley and I both bought them together. So anyway, I want to see that running. I want to see a video of it. Well, Fernando, and I get that. And as I said before, it wasn't buying this printer to have this printer. It was buying this printer to support what they're doing as far as innovation. So I'm kind of being a jackass by saying that they shouldn't release stuff as fast, because that's what I bought this printer for, was so that they could do research and development and come out with new products. Do I think they should perfect the one they have before they start coming out with new stuff? Yes, I do. Make this one work flawlessly like the MK2, and then move on. So if we did that, and it may be a larger MK3, that would be awesome. Especially if they, will sell you a new frame and board to upgrade what you have. Keeping your electronics and all that stuff the same. If they would sell you a new board and new frame, a new heat bed and a new frame, and still run it, then that's great if they offer that upgrade. I would be willing to do that, because I was I'm not going to say disappointed, but I was disappointed in the size when I got this, because my ANET, has had a bigger build volume. Yeah, no, I get you, Tanner. Run one processor. You have a 64-bit processor. Run the one processor. I can send you a couple sticks of RAM, and you'll be fine. But you got to let me know when you want to upgrade to 64-bit, or do the upgrade and then I'll send you the RAM. I mean, it won't take 2 days to get to Tennessee. It's not like you're gonna die for it. And it would behoove you to go to 64-bit anyway, to take advantage of that 5472. I swear I think I've got some 54s around here somewhere. Matter of fact, I've got a server sitting out there that the processor is good in. It might be a 5400. I need to go look, because it's not even in my rack. I took it out. It's just a 1U server. It was actually my first server I ever bought. Yeah, talk to Red Light about the drive, and talk to John Mack about the Windows. Man, that's so pretty. Yeah, no doubt. Hell, even the 4Us that I have, the 3Us, they are so loud, Scott. They are so loud. So yeah, it's a pain. Oh, man. Yeah, right, Scalda, they are. Yeah, I had to build a nice box and put the air conditioner I changed yesterday for my dad was actually, I built the box so it would slide over the window, and I had a window unit directly into the back of them. David, I would actually get on Prusa and chat with them about that, because their shipping is pretty spot on for the most part. For the most part. I want to get on here and see. What they say about my order. Let's see what they say. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too, Scalda. Their shipping thing was pretty spot on even when I got mine. So, and I know that they're not shipping printers, so I would get on and check and see what they say. And let's see what they say on the printer upgrades. See, before the shipping for the MMU2 was early May, now it's late May, and new orders in August. So, yeah, Chris and I got it when it still said early May, and yeah, so hopefully we'll be on the front end of it, but you know, I don't know. I hear that, Scott. My light bill when I run all of my servers and the AC is $250 to $275 a month higher than what it is without them. So, yeah, I feel your pain. Oh, Chris, I thought yours had shipped already and you were just waiting on it to come in. I was waiting on that video. Scalda, here's the thing, man. If you go buy the INC board and you can't buy the parts from Prusa for the optical filament sensor or the Bondtech gears. I mean, you could source it out. I don't know that you could save any money. That's the thing. I don't know that you could save a dime by doing that. Maybe you could. Maybe you could. Maybe you could do that. I don't know. I hear you, Slug. James Bird, you have a great day, my friend. Have a great day. But we will get the TiVo Little Monster running. I guarantee you that we will get it running by decent standards, actually. And sometime today, if I get any time whatsoever, don't know that I will, because I actually have to be up at midnight tonight as well. I have there are some developers in India that I have to start handing stuff over to. So we are doing WebExes at 10 o'clock their time in the morning, so it's midnight here, 12:30-ish. So I will be up after midnight tonight. Well, and that may be true, Scott. That may be true. Yeah, okay. And that's the only thing you didn't source was the but you also don't have the power panic, the power off resume, unless you just use the Marlin version that writes to the SD card every time. So you don't have that power off resume feature either, because that's actually part of the power supply. So there's that too. So you don't have the filament sensor nor the power panic. So two of the main features that they were doing doing for the Mark III. Which, don't get me wrong, I could have every feature on. Well, I like the Bondtech extruder, I'm not gonna lie. But the two main features I like are the power off resume and the bed. Those are the two things that I love. Okay, I don't ever put this in. There you go, Slug. I don't ever put this in silent mode, so that really doesn't affect me. And what everybody's been saying about the little plastic piece behind the board, that's absolute fact, because I grabbed onto the power supply today and it muted the sound almost. So yes, that is what's causing my Z height, and I believe I can fix that relatively easily. Matter of fact, I know I can. I watched people do it, so it's pretty simple. So that fix will be put in place, and so it'll be quiet and we'll be good, because it is the power supply that's doing the rattling, that's making that loud ass Z sound. So we might actually do a video on that. I'll unmount it and take it off and fix it, and I might do a video on it, how to keep it from making that vibrating noise. I need to film just that vibrating noise though. I know, right? I know. I get it. I get it, Scott. But I mean, it's running now. I mean, you can hear it on the mic, but it's still quiet. And this table is absolutely. No, I have not, Slug. I have not. I haven't even looked yet. I do. Somebody bought the motor, so they're coming. I believe Duet's going to supply the controller and stuff. I've got the filament coming. So basically, I'll need belts, rods, and hot end. So not a whole lot. Everything else I'm going to try to print. I have 2040 extrusion aluminum. So what's up, Buttercup? If I have to use some of that for like the bed support or something like that, then that's fine. I have enough. But I don't believe I will. I believe I'll be able to do what I need to do with other stuff. I can print the bearings if I want to. So yeah, it is. It is. I turned on the quiet mode, but I don't know how much difference it slows it down a lot too, though. So. But the one thing, I was getting to what I'm doing today. I thought about plugging in the TiVo and go ahead and doing the upgrade to the firmware and getting the config and all redone with the right the amperage and all that stuff. Yes, it is, Scalda, but you'd have to build it yourself. But one of the main things I want to do today, since Robbie sent me the images, I've got to get ready for the Joel interview, because no, I have not written down my questions yet, and I will do that. Getting a little bit of curling even on the MK3 with some PLA, which is sucking. And the bed's at 60, so it is an awfully wide part though, wide and flat, so I understand that. We'll see how it goes. It should be fine. Should be fine. But I do want to do the Hypercube Evo, or at least a version of it, so I will be doing that soon. as soon as I can get the TiVo up and running, we will get started on that. Morning, Brian Vines. How are you, brother? But I do want to get the store updated today with the new logos that he sent me yesterday that everybody got to see and vote on. We are going to use all 4 images. So, yeah, and I think he got off last night. I really want to do a bigger square logo like he did for my Facebook. So, I want to do a bigger one of those so that I can put that on the back, because the farm scene doesn't really do well for a t-shirt. But that logo being square, that would be awesome if it was large, like, you know, 8 inches by whatever 8 by 8 or 8 by 10 or whatever it is, it turns out to be. So if we saved one off that size and not just a little bitty square one, that would be awesome. But yeah, this is all right, man. Y'all came back in this morning. That's good. Like I said, I lost 5 subscribers yesterday, and I did apologize to Eddie Jack earlier in the video because I was being a butthead. So yeah. Looks like another day. What? Oh, another thumbs down day. Why would it be a thumbs down day, man? Why are you thumbing down? Don't thumb down. For parts this big, I'm actually going to have to up the... But I got one? Already? On this video? Really? No. I got a thumb down on this video? And this was an apology video. And I apologized. So some asshole come through here and just thumb down for nothing. That's just ridiculous. Some people, man, I don't know. Put what you thumb down it for. Let's have a conversation about it. If you're still on here and you're watching this, tell me who did it. I mean, tell me what you did it for. That's just ridiculous. I'm not popular. But you know, it aggravates me because YouTube don't care. I still get the interaction points regardless. Whether you like it or not. I get the interaction points. So have at it. Have at it. Go with it. It doesn't tell me. I can watch the live analytics, but it doesn't tell me anything about thumbs up or thumbs down or any of that. So, you know, it is what it is. Ah, damn it, Chris. I actually had that on the plan, too. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Looks like most of y'all are getting a 720-ish stream, the majority. So that's good. My average view duration is 29 minutes, so that's good. I've got 26 minutes left in this video, and then I'm getting off and talk to Scalda, and then we're gonna do what we got to do. An incontinental breakfast. Let's see. Let me go over here. I can actually, the only way I can see the thumbs up and thumbs down is if I actually go to the video page and go to there and stop the video so I can see it. Yep, got 1 thumbs down. That's just great. And 19 thumbs up. Alright, cool. Eating runs? Yeah, I bet. No, Ricky, and you don't have to. Your videos are those that people can watch anytime. I mean, even though they're live, you can watch them anytime. So, that's pretty cool. I've got to cancel this. I've got to cancel this print on the Prusa. And I'll show you why. Because this is where it goes. This is where it comes out to mount to the thing. And right there, if you can see that line right there, see that? That's going to come apart right there. I mean, and the print was doing well. I'm not going to lie. This thing is so friggin' sturdy. So, this is going to be fantastic. But, oh wow, I never noticed that. Can you catch that? Look at the checkerboard lines in there. I mean, I get the texture, but why the checkerboard lines are showing up? It's a spool mount that goes right here. It's got the arm that comes off right here, coming off of this side. This is the plate where it mounts to the thing. So it would be a spool mount for the TiVo Little Monster. We're going to flip the bed, wipe it off, and try that again. And this time when it heats up, I'm going to up the temperature to about 70 and melt that to the bed. So we will get that done. Spool mount for the underside of the surfboard. Yeah, well, you know, we could definitely do that. We could do that, put it on our backs and go swimming. Yeah, the thumb down Mickey, whoever it is, came by. They won't say anything because they're scared to say why they put a thumbs down. But just wanting to be a jackrabbit, I reckon. So it is what it is, Colin. It is what it is. And good morning to you, sir. I think it's you, man. I think you did it just to see. Done up. Done up. No, I'm not doing the Jaws thing. Alright, let's heat up and let's try this again. We'll just see what we'll see, won't we? I know, man. I know. Alright, so let me go back up here. What's the apology for? The apology was for being an ass to Eddie yesterday because I was blaming everything on him. By the time I was done, I was tired. And, you know, that's no excuse. I was blaming Eddie for the failures of a nozzle. I mean, really? Come on. Come on. Really? It wasn't right. So, that's what the apology was for. You can go back and watch it if you like. What was I doing? I was doing something. Can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. That's what I was doing. I need to do it over here, not over there. User count, update. I know that. But I was blaming him for the failures of a nozzle, and it wasn't his fault. So, I am going to need a bigger spool. Probably. And we're also going to find out how well the Little Monster prints in whatever that is, CP, whatever that Filamentum sends. We're going to see how well that does. Alright, so up the bed temperature to 70. How many printers do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got the Kuntry Bow. I've got the Harbo. I've got the Prusa. I've got the Mini Delta, the Monoprice Mini Delta, and then the TiVo Little Monster from yesterday. So that's what I've got. Yes, Robbie Mack, it was by the end of the day, I could push a 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench through the nozzle. And it's a 0.4 nozzle. So yeah, the nozzle was crap. That was not Eddie's problem, Eddie's fault. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out where to put them all. Hold on, be right back. Sounded like something fell out here. Let me go check. just a cat jumping off something. Okay, now that you're alone. Hey, Don, how are you, buddy? Glad you can make it. Glad you could make it. What's up, Jesse? You just worked out how the power painting works? Oh, I know how it works. I actually went through the schematics. Was thinking about building it for my other printers. And works, you know. It's basically just a capacitor circuit that says, hey, I lost power, so I'm dumping all this juice to it. Yeah, I don't know how many view hours I have. Brian, don't know. That's more like it. That's more like... Upped it to 70 on the bed, because when I was touching this a while ago, the bed was not... Out in the corner was not hot. And I think that was the issue. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's a board that plugs in directly in there, and when it senses that it's gone, it dumps that juice with a signal to the board to write the instructions, raise the nozzle, and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's not, when I was looking at it, it's not that much of a bad circuit. Morning, Jesse. How are you, buddy? That's so nice. That's nice of them. That's a good advertisement for Wanhow. Wanhow, Wanhow, Waha, whatever you want to say. So. Yeah, it actually is not that bad, but you got to figure out what the signal is they're sending as well, you know, and handle that in the firmware. So, and it's probably pretty simple, you know, just a high on a pin. So. Brian, have you updated to the latest firmware? Because that's one thing I do need to do on this one I haven't done, is I haven't updated the firmware. So we might actually do that on the air tomorrow. I have not updated the firmware for this printer. And from what I understand, the new firmware has some things that I would like to have. So going to update that. Man, that is such a nice print. I hated that fail. That would have been so pretty. Hanging off there like so. Spool. So. Yep. That's correct, Scalda. Well, yeah, but I've got the original that came on this. No, Jesse Foreman. No, we did not. The nozzle was bad. At the end of the night, you could push a 1.5 millimeter Allen key through it. So the nozzle itself was bad. Really, I don't have a Mark II. Well, I do actually. Got a couple of them, but they're not Mark II. Oh, 3.2. I got you. And that's probably the case. I was finna say, I don't know. Like a hot dog down a hallway. That's exactly right, Slug. That's exactly right. That's what it was doing. And we were telling it that, hey, I've got a 0.4 nozzle, and it's trying to push, you know, 0.4 nozzle worth of filament through there. And yeah, I think the 3.2 is still in beta. But it's still good firmware. I mean, from what I understand, everybody's loving it. So. All right, we got 15 minutes, guys. 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna get on the old thing with Scalda, and we're gonna talk this morning. Now, Scalda, you're gonna have to tell me which one we're getting on. Are we getting on the on any of the channels over here? What are we getting on? Are we getting on the public server? We're gonna try it out. Or are we getting on my server? Because I don't know. So. Morning, AJ. How's it, buddy? I done gave you props for all your help yesterday. I really did. Nope. Not that I know of, Sonic. I said Scalda. And Anthony Williams is AJ, so no. 3.2 is on Bruce's GitHub. Yeah, it is. Oh. Some of y'all suckers kept me up too late last night. Morning, 3D Matter Makers. Oh, I got you, Sonic. My bad. So, Scalda's in the general, it looks like, over here. I guess he's waiting patiently for me to get done so we can drop in there and I can discuss with Scalda the Discord. But I believe tomorrow I might look at doing the upgrade on the Prusa firmware. I haven't had any problems with the current one. So, alright, Alien 3D, take it easy, buddy. There you go. There's a good question to everybody in here. What would you like to see in the Discord for the country club? I know you want, you know, a private chat room, or you want a private voice room, where y'all can talk to each other. So I mean, that's completely doable, I believe. But you know, you got to tell us what you want to see. I don't know what all Discord's capable of, so you know, I'm at a loss on it. So. Yeah, and that's it. That's it. Discord can do anything? Don't you watch My Little Pony? No, I do not. I do not. I did watch Snow White the day before yesterday. I'm good, Fugly Vapor. How are you? How are you, buddy? I know you would, Mike Whale, you pervert. This is laying down so nicely. I like it. Maybe it'll stick this time. Maybe the corner of the bed's hot enough. Pretty warm. I'd say out here it's probably 60. Probably 60 or so. And that was said lovingly, Mike Whaley. It really was. Said very lovingly. She's not home today. She's actually at work. I sent her butt to work and make me some money. Make me some money, woman. If you missed it, I called her a hussy yesterday on the air. I really did. $26C in the shade there. That's freaking hot, Don. Very hot. To me. No, I didn't, Brian Vines. I didn't. She's too good to me. She knew I was joking anyway, and so did anybody that heard it. Yeah, Mike said he heard me. That was said lovingly too as well. Believe me. Even though I have a cold allergy, I'd still rather it be so cold in here. I would so much rather be cold than hot. You can put on so many layers that you're just warm, but you can only take off so many clothes and still be hot. We kid because we can. Hey Brian, that's the way we deal with stuff around here, buddy. I know my dad. You know when he's had a few surgeries, had half his lung taken out. I know, Ricky. I know. I want to live in Alaska, but my wife don't want to, and I like her better than I like Alaska. But here's the thing. My dad had half a lung taken out because they thought he had lung cancer, and he actually didn't. So, but the first thing I said to him when he got out was, "They didn't fix your face while they were in there." That was the first thing I said to my dad when he woke up. First thing. Well, Slug, I get you. So yeah, that's how we deal with everything. Did it make him smile? Of course it made him smile. It's what we try to do when we're in the hospital. You always make light of a bad situation. Always. And you know it's serious, but you have to put that good smile, that good face on it. And my wife is the complete opposite. She doesn't do that. That's true. That's true, Ricky. You know. I am normally, like I said, that's why I unlisted the video from last night, because I'm normally not that way. And I was tired and pissy last night, so I unlisted the video. I'll put it in the description of this one, and you can go back and watch it if you like. Because there is some good information in there. Anthony Williams, Ken, Matt from How I Do It, and several other people gave me immense amount of knowledge on this Delta yesterday that I can go back when I do it the next time. I won't have to ask as many questions. You know, the one thing I kept asking, and why, I mean, we were trying so many things to get it to print right when the nozzle was wrong. So we had issues with that. It is what it is, you know. Can't complain about it, but it is what it is. So we are going to, we've got 6 minutes. I'm working on a new intro video, a shorter one. That's right, Brian. I really was. And I wasn't just being cranky. I was being an ass. Being an ass hole yesterday at the end of the stream. So now I'm going to have to go back and mark this video as NSFW so that YouTube doesn't do something to me. But anyway. That's what you should do. Well, or a whole ass, whichever. Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't, Scott. You're right. It does not. And we have had everybody on my dad's side of the family. We didn't win anything in Apocalypse Survivor. Well, the second place number actually won. The number 11 did not, which was the number 1 answer. Had we put in number 7 as the number 1 answer, we would have won. But then it wouldn't have been betting now, would it? It would have just been, you know, winning. But anyway. No, that's fine. That's fine, buddy. This has been a great morning coffee, guys. I appreciate it. We're at 1 hour and 53 minutes, so we won't quite make it to 2 hours. Not quite. I did start a little bit after 8 this morning. but I wanted to do a little bit longer episode than starting at 8:30 and going to 10, so a little more than an hour and a half. But you guys are great. Yeah, I mean, you've been here again this morning, even after me being a butthead last night, which a lot of you fell off and didn't see it, but most of you saw it. So, you know. Not today, Chris Riley, but as soon as I get this thing printing, I am going to do... No, it's not dead, Mitch. It's not dead, but it is dead for today and tomorrow. I get the nozzle in tomorrow evening. But this afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, Joel Telling, the 3D printing nerd, right here on Kuntry 3D. Have your questions ready and make them civil, make them serious questions. I want the serious Joel. I want him jovial for sure, but I want the serious Joel. I want the interview to go well. And I want y'all to learn something about Joel that you don't know. And not what size his pinky toe ring is. I don't really care about that. So don't ask that question. I'll ask it. How many hours from now? That would be what? 9 to 3 is... Well, it's 10 o'clock, so to 3 is 5 hours. 6 hours from now. JT, 6 hours. You're 14 hours ahead, buddy. You're probably going to have to catch it. You're probably going to have to catch it at a later date. If you have any questions and you want me to ask Joel, kick them to me. I'll ask it. I'll ask it. Well, Slug, here's the problem with that. And I thought about questions like that. Like asking, do you think there are other tools as good as Adobe stuff out there? But I don't want to do that. That's kind of just not right. I don't want to do that. He will not be at Earth. There's another thing going. David Olson, have a great day. There's another thing going on at the time that he's already committed to, and it's a paid gig. So I can't ask a man to take no money to come to, Earth. I'll ask him. I mean, that's one of the questions I'll ask him, and ask him why, he's not coming or whatever. But, well, no, I get that. I get that, Slug. Flash was what it was. It is what it is. Are there better options out there now? Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to, thank you, Rob. Thank you, buddy. But, I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. So, I mean, there are things out there that you can do that you don't have to use Flash. And that's true. Never burn bridges, I mean, he left there on amicable, circumstances. And if the YouTube thing doesn't pan out a year from now, he can probably put his resume back in there and be right back in Adobe and, never miss a beat, Not sure. But yeah, that's one thing you don't want to do. I am so... Macromedia Flash, yeah, no, I get it. But I remember when it came out, Slug, I know. Yeah, no, and that's another thing, I mean, I do want to talk to him about stuff like that. But y'all can either hit me on Twitter and put a hashtag Country Club Joel. Hashtag Country Club Joel in your comment on Twitter, and I can do a search for that to get those questions. Here, I'm going to put it in here. We're going to type it in here. We're going to hashtag Country Club Joel. Just like that. There you go. Brian Vines, there you go. And if we do that, then on Twitter, I can start. You don't even have to tweet me about it. You can actually just tweet it on your own Twitter and put that hashtag in it, and I can search for that and pull your question. You don't even have to tag me if you don't want to. It'd be easier, but you don't have to. So, send me your questions. I'm going to weed through them, and make sure you tell me who they're from, or if I'm just reading them off of Twitter, then that'll be fine. But I'm going to get my questions together. I'm going to get my stuff together, and we're going to have a good interview with Joel Telling this afternoon. So y'all come back and join me for that. As for right now, this is Kuntry 3D. We're getting out of here this morning.